George, there we go. Thanks for waiting, you guys. We really appreciate it. You're in for a special treat. Thanks for being here. My name is Andrew Huff. Hey, guys. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's not about me tonight. You're going to hear about who it's really about in a minute. I've been working since June with Aaron Deneau from DuPont Festival to bring you guys here tonight. Thanks for being a part of the event. We're going to honor two great artists tonight, William Peter Blatty and William Friedkin. And we will officially commemorate the iconic Exorcist Steps you see behind me. These steps have become a destination for visitors and residents alike, and tonight they will receive the recognition they have long deserved. We're not here to pay respect just to another movie filmed in Georgetown. The Exorcist, as most of you probably know, garnered 10 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture, Best Director, and acting nominations for 3 of its stars. It also won 2 Oscars, one for Best Adapted Screenplay and one for Best Sound Mixing. There's a reporter with us tonight who's fond of saying that local Washington is only as good as the people active in it. We're proof of that tonight. The commemoration of the Exorcist Steps has been a grassroots effort with many D.C. residents and organizations supporting us. Please give me 1 minute to thank them. Hold your applause until the end, please. The Honorable Mayor Muriel Bowser, the Honorable Councilmember Jack Evans, Angie Gates in the D.C. Film Office, DuPont Festival, Warner Brothers, American University's Entertainment and Media Alumni Alliance, Michael Wood, Jack Davies and Kay Kendall, William and Barbara O'Malley, Maureen Orth, the Georgetown Business Association, the Graham Hotel, the American University School of Communication, Georgetown University, and the Georgetown Business Improvement District. Let's give them a round of applause, everybody. Also, a quick thanks to Douglas Development Corporation, Bill Starles from ANC2E, Ruth Werner from Councilmember Evans' office, Dee Dee Myers, Stephen Pierkowski from Warner Brothers, and the AMC Lowe's Georgetown. With that, let's begin. When Mayor Muriel Bowser was running to become the District of Columbia's 7th mayor, she spoke frequently of her willingness to support and harness fresh ideas across the city. Her support and that of her administration is what's brought us here tonight and what's got my fresh idea off the ground. And for this, Mayor, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Mayor of the District of Columbia, the Honorable Muriel Bowser.
Well, good evening, everybody, and happy Halloween. I'm just really happy to be here with so many of you, and I have to give a special shout out to Andrew Huff. Give him a big round of applause because he has been tenacious about making sure we had a wonderful event. And Andrew is quite right that the arts are alive in Washington, D.C. We're so thrilled to have William Peter Blatty. Let's hear for William Peter Blatty for writing such a wonderful movie. And the acclaimed director, William Friedkin, right here in Georgetown. So not only are we focused on the arts, we're specifically focused on how D.C. can be a film town. And I am grateful to Jack Evans and Vincent Orange, who have been fighting the good fight to make D.C. known for film. We were very lucky to recruit Angie Gates to D.C. government to help lead our new office on film, television, and entertainment. And Angie is going to put us on the map with the help of all of you. Councilmember Todd, we're grateful to have your support because he's Andrew's council member. So I knew Andrew's council member would be here. So it is important that all the tourists know exactly what these steps mean to DC history, and they are indeed an icon in our town. We are pleased to commemorate them, to let everybody know to come to Georgetown, not well, especially for the Hoyas. We're all coming to Georgetown for Georgetown Hoyas, but there are also many things to see in Georgetown, the great neighborhoods, the wonderful shops, and now we will have a special commemoration for what The Exorcist has meant to film history, to our town, and it also is a place, a marker for us to put in the ground to say that we're going to double and redouble our efforts to make DC a film town. You know what film does for a lot of cities? It employs people. Artists go to work, craftsmen go to work, people all over that are building sets go to work, and they are good paying middle class jobs. So if you know anything about what we're doing in DC government, we're attracting business and industry to put DC residents to work in good paying jobs. And we're going to see some good movies while we do it. Thank you everybody for being here.
Thank you, Mayor Bowser, for your remarks and for joining us this evening. The popularity of The Exorcist made the local neighborhood as well as Georgetown University central characters within the film. Here to represent Georgetown University is its 48th president. Please welcome Dr. Jack DeGioia.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much, Andrew. I know I speak on behalf of all of us in expressing our appreciation to you for bringing us all together tonight in celebration of this piece of Georgetown and cinematic history. And I'd also like to express my gratitude to the many guests and special guests who join us in this commemoration tonight, including the mayor. Madam Mayor, we're deeply grateful to you for your leadership and for being here tonight for this very special event in the cultural life of Georgetown. I'd also want to acknowledge the two men who get special attention tonight. Billy Friedkin, the Academy Award-winning filmmaker of classics such as The French Connection, and of course the film that revolutionized the genre, The Exorcist. And William Peter Blatty, prolific author of the best-selling book, Academy Award-winning screenplay, himself a son of Georgetown, one we're very proud to call a member of the Georgetown University community. And our own councilman, who has done such terrific work on behalf of Ward 2 over the past 25 years, Jack Evans. To these special guests, to all of you who are here tonight, I wish to welcome you. I want to thank you all for being here for a part of this special moment commemorating a piece of Georgetown history. Over the years, Georgetown University and our surrounding neighborhood have served as the fictional setting for many films and television shows. But foremost among these is the 1973 classic that we recognize today and whose climatic moments transpire within just a few steps of where we stand tonight. In his best-selling novel of the same name, Bill describes these stairs in the first pages as, quote, a precipitous plunge of old stone steps that fell away to M Street far below, close quote. Well, these steps, which were so memorably captured in the film, also serve as a gateway connecting our Georgetown campus to the Potomac and to the arches of the Key Bridge. For many people, this movie and these stairs are inextricably linked to our Georgetown neighborhood and to our campus. Our community was deeply involved in the making of this film. In fact, Professor Cliff Chieffo, who's here with us tonight, helped to make possible the scenes that were filmed in locations on and around our campus. And just this week, Cliff reminded me of the basketball game played between members of our Georgetown faculty and members of the film, including Bill and Billy. The Georgetown team was, of course, coached by John Thompson. And I think there was an issue regarding the timekeeper, but Billy could tell you about that one. But now, nearly 42 years after its original release, the film and these steps remain an important part of Georgetown culture. From the visitors who seek out this cinematic landmark to our annual Halloween showings of The Exorcist for our student body, to the students who run up and down these 75 steps in preparation for athletic competition, The Exorcist steps have become an inextricable part of our neighborhood's cultural heritage and history. To Bill, to Billy, and to everyone involved in The Exorcist, what a fitting way to recognize the enduring impact of your work It is an honor for me to be with you tonight. I want to thank all of you for joining us this evening in commemorating this classic American film. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. DeJoy, for being here and supporting our efforts tonight. There are two people on stage tonight solely responsible for elevating these 75 steps to their iconic status, and I have the honor and privilege of introducing one of them tonight. William Friedkin, or Billy, as I call him now, right? Yeah. Thank you. Is a film director, producer, and screenwriter best known for directing The French Connection in 1971 and, of course, The Exorcist in 1973. For the former, he won an Academy Award for Best Director. His other films include Sorcerer, To Live and Die in L.A., Jade, Rules of Engagement, The Hunted, Bug, Killer Joe, just to name a few. Ladies and gentlemen, the director of The Exorcist, William Friedkin.
Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate that you've all turned out for this event, especially Jerry and Ellen Siegel and Billy Dunlap and his wife and daughter, Maggie, and thank Linda, and thank you guys for being here. I just realized that I've spent half my life involved with The Exorcist. It's over 40 years ago. And when I first came here, I must have walked up and down those steps a couple of hundred times. I'm going to try and do it again when we're done, if I can. If I can't, I hope there's a medic around. But I want to thank all the residents of Georgetown, all the fans of The Exorcist for turning out this way, especially Andrew Huff, whose idea this was, and for the great support of your fine Mayor Muriel Bowser. I want to thank Jack DeGioia, the great president of Georgetown, and Councilman Evans, who they tell me has been here forever. That's a long time, Councilman. Let me tell you what this means to me. It means more than any of the awards that I've ever won or that this film has won. Because, you know, there's a lot of people who have won Academy Awards. Mine is on a mantelpiece in my bedroom. It is only seen by my close family and friends. But this monument that they're about to unveil will be seen by thousands, I guess, tens of thousands of people, eventually perhaps more, that will come through here and that will associate the film that we made with this beautiful and historic community. And I'm really proud of that and grateful. And as I said to a reporter earlier, in time, the Rockies will crumble. Gibraltar may tumble. They're only made of clay. But these steps are here to stay. You're not gonna see too many condos going up here or shopping malls on this particular location. I'm especially grateful to Jack DeGioia and everyone at the University of Georgetown for all your cooperation. I would now like to introduce the man who created The Exorcist, who wrote the novel, the screenplay, and produced the film. And his name today is in the same rank as Bram Stoker, Mary Shelley, and Edgar Allan Poe. You know who I'm talking about. William Peter Blatty.
Well, it isn't usually until tomorrow that I am hauled out of my burrow like some demonic Punxsutawney Phil. And if I see my shadow, the Hoyas and the Skins are going to have a terrific year. So I'm here early and happy to be here. This is a terrific moment in time for me to be standing in the shadow of a place that I still think of as home, my beloved alma mater, Georgetown, as I receive what I feel is the highest honor ever bestowed upon me. Academy Award winners are the plague of the earth. I mean, they teem. There are so many. How many have a staircase in prime real estate named after them? I ask you. Well, I'm so grateful to you all. God bless you.
Thank you, Bill. Having you as part of tonight's event is a real honor, so thank you. I'd next like to introduce someone who many think might have represented Georgetown on the DC Council in 1973 when The Exorcist was released. And you're not that far off, actually. He's been around a long time, but not quite that long. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you my friend, former boss, and the district's longest-serving council member, the Honorable Jack Evans.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good evening, Georgetown. Good evening, and what a great night to be out here celebrating the dedication of the Exorcist Steps. You know, when you're last in the program, there's an old saying, it's all been said, but not by me. So I'm here tonight to join with the great speakers who have come before me to do this dedication. And again, we have to take this opportunity to thank Andrew Huff. Another big round of applause for Andrew. This just could not have come about without him making it happen. And I have to take this opportunity to recognize our mayor as well. She's been in office 9 months, and she has done just a fabulous job. Muriel Bowser, give her a big round of applause. Really leading our city and making great things happen. And Jack DeGioia, who one of the few people who's been around longer than I have in his job, I think. Give him a big round of applause from Georgetown. We've seen it all happen. So this is really an exciting time to be here in Georgetown. I have to recollect a little bit. I saw the movie. I was in college in 1973, and I saw The Exorcist when it came out, and I got to say it scared the bejesus out of all of us, didn't it? Unbelievable. I moved to Washington in summer 1975, and the first thing I had to come and see were the Exorcist Steps. So I came here, came down them, went back up them, but I did notice a little anomaly. The house next to the Exorcist Steps. So if you fell out the window, you landed in the yard. So what was that all about? Where was the house? The house is gone. A little bit later, many years later, when I became on the council, I actually went and visited the Florence Mahoney, who lived and owned the house, to get the real story about what happened here. And they actually did build out the house so that the window would then be next to the steps, and you could come out the window and fall down the steps. So that's a little bit of trivia for those wondering, where's the house? The house is there, and they built it out. The Exorcist went on to become, as you know, a fabulous movie, remembered. And what we did with these steps, though, is terrific. Because when my kids turned 16, we all went home one night and watched The Exorcist. And I have to say, it is as scary. They're only 18, so it is as scary 2 years ago as it always was. And then that night, you should remember this to really scare the daylights out of your kids. Watch the movie and then bring them over here at night to the steps. That's what we did. They haven't recovered since. There you go. So anyway, I'm here tonight, enough of this, to present a ceremonial resolution that was passed unanimously by the Council of the District of Columbia. Now that's a big deal. Right, Mayor? When is the last time you see an unanimous vote by the Council? And my two colleagues are here, Vincent Orange and Brandon Todd. Give them a big round of applause. They voted for this thing. And so let me go through this very quickly. To recognize and honor William Peter Blatty and William Friedkin for their many contributions to the art of writing and filmmaking, and for helping to make Georgetown a destination for film lovers from around the world. There are a couple whereases. Whereas novelist, screenwriter, and filmmaker William Peter Blatty wrote The Exorcist in 1971, as well as the screenplay for the film's adaptation for which he won an Academy Award. And whereas filmmaker, producer, and screenwriter William Friedkin directed The Exorcist, was nominated for 10 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director, and for which he received a Golden Globe for Best Director. And whereas The Exorcist remains the highest-grossing Warner Brothers film, the 9th highest-grossing film, and the top-grossing R-rated film of all time. And whereas the United States Library of Congress inducted The Exorcist into the National Film Registry in 2010, calling the film, quote, one of the most successful and influential films of all time, and further noting that, quote, its influence both stylistically and in narrative continues to be seen in many movies of the 21st century. And the film's success, both commercially and cinematically, provides a rare example of a popular novel being ably adapted for the big screen. Finally, whereas the iconic Exorcist Steps, once known as the Hitchcock Steps, have taken their place in the annals of film and Georgetown history as a perennial destination for residents and visitors of the nation's capital. The resolution concludes as follows: that the Council of the District of Columbia recognizes and honors William Peter Blatty and Billy Friedkin, and the Council of the District of Columbia hereby declares today, October 30th, 2015, as the Exorcist Day in the District of Columbia. And I have a resolution to present to you. Thank you, sir. And a resolution to present. Thank you. To you as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jack. We're going to move to the plaque unveiling portion of the ceremony. We're going to give the mayor and council member Evans the honor. So we'll ask the two of them to step on either side of the plaque, please. I will. Why don't we all do a count? You guys haven't said much, so why don't we count up down from 3, guys? You ready? 3, 2, 1. There it is. Okay. Come on up, Billy. Want to do some photos?
Sure. Come on up here. Thank you. Bring your resolutions.
So while they do photos, I heard my name mentioned a lot tonight, but I want to make sure that you guys know that this was not me alone. Angie Gates and her staff at the DC Film Office, Aaron Deneau and DuPont Festival. This was really a grassroots team effort. And thanks to all you guys for showing up. Good night.